like a bag of ice. I'm driving a Bentley Bentayga.
It's Week 18 of the NFL, and we've got C.D. Lamb. There's been no shortage of work for him, sitting second in the league in catches. It's the Cowboys and the Cards, and it's all up next.
Now, from the Valley of the Sun, EA Sports welcomes you inside State Farm Stadium, just west of downtown Phoenix, Arizona. The regular season ends here. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Long road to get here, but now we are here. The season finale. Playoffs begin next Saturday, so it's time for one last regular season kickoff.
In Week 18, it could just be so tricky, can't it, Mike? I mean, on one side, you got teams that have the playoffs wrapped up. So Week 18, it's a...
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee, and off we go on EA Sports. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. So out comes the Arizona offense for the first time. And here is Kyler Murray, the #1 overall pick in 2019 to lead them.
You think back to last week and what was really a pretty bland game. He didn't do a ton that was overly exciting, but his team was still able to come out with a win. I think that's really a testament to this roster that they have built. Yes, you're going to need your quarterback to play good ball as the season progresses, but in the meantime, they are good enough around him that as he continues to find his way, this is still a tough team to match up with. I think you just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
He'll get this up to the 30, about a yard or so short of the first down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. An early test to start this one. 3rd and inches. They'll try and run here with Benson. And he's going to have a Cardinals first down. He has it by plenty. They keep the drive alive here on 3rd and inches.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
Again, it's Benson. And this time, they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back, but not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And he gets it to midfield, and he gets the first down. Good run. The drive continues. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. That's caught by Harrison right side. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. 2nd down and 8. Out of the gun, it's Murray. Catch made right side by Wilson. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Come back, come back. Forward. 2-2-1.
Working out of the gun, Murray. Oh, he coughs up the football. And the defense has it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet At the end of the game, and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it, and which team does a better job taking it away.
So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
And while I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards, if I had to guess, he'd much rather have a modest game in a win as opposed to throwing for a bunch of touchdowns in a loss. The biggest thing that he did, Mike, he took care of the ball. So as long as he continues to do that, they're going to have a chance to keep on winning.
He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And it'll bring up second down. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down. Here's 3rd and 7. Pistol now for Prescott. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. That's taken in. And he's going to have a Cowboys first down. As this defense can't come up with the play they need, they surrender a gain of 17 on 4th down. That's a gain of 14 and a first down.
A gain of 14 and a Cowboy first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Second and a yard. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And that'll be a gain of 2 and a first down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Something you did not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. He's going to be taken down, but a marker is on the field, and we need to check this call.
Still first down.
Here's a run, going left. He's going to force his way for a yard or 2, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. Tyler Smith, guilty on that one.
Still first down.
Back to the ground after the penalty. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Buda Baker active and making the tackle there. On 2nd down, it's Dak. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
A great chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Touchdown, Cowboys. That touchdown number 30 on the year, one shy of LaDainian Tomlinson's record of 31 touchdowns set back in 2006. Fairbairn good on the point after. And the Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. And he's got it at the 1. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Cards offense and Kyler Murray set to take over once again. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. Take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he's going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun, it's Murray. Open man, that's Slayton. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped him.
Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
J.C. Horn that time with the good coverage, and he knocks it away. On fourth down, here's Matt Ariza to punt. This will be returnable from his own 15. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. His drive will start on the ground. And he's going to be brought down on what will be a fight. Here's 2nd and 6.
Yeah! Here we go! Hey, kill! Kill, 26!
They'll turn and hand this one off. He'll take this forward, maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward.
Still 2nd down.
Yeah, here we go! 26!
2nd down, Prescott. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He's got his man. It's Pickens. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs, those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
Yeah, baby,
They'll throw again. Dak. This pass right side caught by Lamb. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Everybody, kill. Yeah.
Now a give up the middle. Maybe a couple there. It's third down. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. And he's into the end zone. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes, just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here, takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cardinals offense ready to get back at it. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. They go play action now. Murray. He gets that to his big target, Trey McBride. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and that's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game. When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
And that is incomplete.
And here we have another missed opportunity for an offense that have already had a handful of them throughout this game. And let's be honest, Mike, you just can't afford to overthrow a man that's that open, especially when you're trying to overcome a double-digit deficit in the NFL.
Pass complete there to Harrison. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Here's Dak Prescott, and the Cowboy offense set to go again. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his season total. You get a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes to this point this season. He'll let this go for Pickens. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down. They'll run it on the inside handoff. And this will gain a couple of yards up to the 22-yard line. And a stoppage here for injury. One of the Cardinals shaken up. On third down, Prescott. That's into the hands of Lamb. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down. Another catch from there. Numbers starting to stack up in this one. Closing in on 100 yards, and we're still in the first half.
Here we go.
Prescott on first down. He'll get this complete. It's Lamb again. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. That is caught downfield by Pickens. And he will go all the way. George Pickens. Touchdown, Cowboys. That his 16th touchdown of the year. Now Fairbairn for the extra point. The kick is good. The Cowboys will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes the return from a yard or two deep. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Cardinals offense ready for this next possession. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Murray. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. They need to say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. They'll stick with him again. And he'll get up beyond the 40 to the 41-yard line. That's Zaven Collins on the stop. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he will have a Cowboys first down. He has it by plenty as they keep the drive alive here on 3rd and inches.
First down, Cowboys.
There we go, 47. There we go, 26.
Play action now. Prescott. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
He'll tuck it and take off. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. They get 24 on that one. First down, Cowboys.
And this is when it just gets very frustrating as a defense, because this is what it's been like all day. The pass rush is good, but just not quite good enough. They let him slip through, and he burns them with big yardage.
Dak going to throw it here on first down. That one to the sideline is over everybody, but now a penalty flag will come in. They may get him for grounding. Now a second down throw for Prescott. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. On play action, here's Dak. Again, working deep downfield. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. And apparently we'll forget about that for the moment and turn our attention to quarter number 3. Let's go. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Oh, he's got room past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Cowboys offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he continues to be a thorn in the side of defenses trying to stop him. Currently second in the NFL in rushing. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's Dak to throw. The open man is Tolbert. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
First down, Dallas. Yeah! Here we go! Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54.
Prescott now. To the left side. Caught by Lamb. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
It's easy to make your quarterback look good when you can just get open as easily as he has in this game so far. I mean, he had the big first half, remember. But here in the second half, he just continues to add to these numbers here in the third quarter.
And he's going to fight forward. Didn't get a whole lot, but it's going to be enough to move the chains. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. Down the sideline. Inside the 25. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15.
Explosive plays. Teams understand just how valuable they are in regards to the ability to score points. Typically, they come through the air, Mike. In this case, they got it on the ground. Now they find themselves inside the red zone.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Yeah, here we go. I take. We're going to 54. Why?
Up the middle they go. The ball comes out. One of his teammates there to take it back in. A gain of 11, and it's first and goal.
So as you start operating your red zone offense, of course it goes without saying, Mike, you're trying to score touchdowns. But the worst case scenario is that you bring your field goal unit and you at least try for 3. You have to protect the ball. Turnovers are the cardinal sin of red zone offense. In this case, they dodge a little bit of a bullet here. The ball comes loose. Fortunately for the ball carrier, his own team recovers it. They can keep their offense.
Powering forward. He's in. Touchdown, Dallas. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Fairbairn able to add the extra point. And the Cowboys are able to extend the advantage to 28-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Cardinals offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on first and 10. Working out of the gun, Murray. That's taken in by the running back, Benson.
What they teach these backs is when you catch a check down, immediately try to get vertical. Try to put a hole in the defense coming to rally tackle. So give credit to the defense here. They strung this out and made him go sideways, and they forced him to go so far sideways, he went out of bounds. This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
He dives, and what a catch for the first down. That's a gain of 18 yards. Throwing again is Murray. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. On the zone read, a give to Benson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
It's not just the blockers creating yards for him out there. He created most of that yardage on his own, shrugging off the initial tackle attempt and continuing to rumble downfield.
First and 10. From the shotgun, it's Murray. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 23 yards. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal. From the gun, it's Murray. Under pressure, and now he's going to go down back at the 8-yard line.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any sign.
What a move! He's in! Trey Benson. Touchdown, Arizona. Will Lutz now for the PAT. His kick is good. And the Cardinals are able to cut into the deficit. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense and Dak Prescott set to take over again. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. Pistol now for Prescott. The second down throw is incomplete.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays. And frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
Yeah, here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. This pass right side caught by Lamb. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. The defense just has not been able to keep him under wraps. Now 10 catches in the game. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Handoff here, up the middle, and good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Now a give on the ground, and he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the third quarter. Right back to him on first down. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
They'll stay on the ground. And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's second down. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. In the middle of the field, it's taken by C.D. Lamb. And he'll be taken down.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. Let's see if they can put this one out of reach.
Down to the 4, it'll be second and goal. They'll go with him again. And he will score again. Touchdown, Cowboys. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. Fairbairn, good on the point after. The Cowboys will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's so here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Out of the gun, it's Murray. That's caught over the middle, it's Wilson. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. He gets that complete downfield to Slayton. Oh, big hole left side. And he will score. Darius Slayton. Touchdown, Cardinals. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Cardinals are able to edge a bit closer. We're down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here trying to get an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. Wait, take. Hey, kill.
On the ground, they go with their running back. And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. Back to the ground, he'll get it again. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. First down, Prescott. Got his man at the 6. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. They'll run. And he's in for the touchdown. But hold everything. There is a marker down. These points may come off the board.
Holding offense.
So holding is the call. And take that touchdown off the board. 3rd and goal.
Yeah, Billy. Hey, kill. We're going to 53.
Back to throw is Prescott. This is caught toward the side of the end zone. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Makes the score Cowboys 42, Cardinals 14.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. That's fielded just shy of the goal line. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Third and 6.
Hey. Let's go. 2-2 what?
They motion the slot man left.
2-2 what?
On third down, Murray. He's got his man, complete to Wilson. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Green.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Hey, Larry. Hey, easy, quick.
Murray's going to throw again. He's got his man, that's Slayton. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. To throw again is Murray. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That is hot. What a throw. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Arizona. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Cardinals are able to cut into the deficit. So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an outside kick.
Illegal touching. Offense.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
On the play fake, Dak. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
On first down, Murray. That's left side, and that's the tight end, McBride.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate. Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable, and as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Dak going to throw it here on first down. That's down the field for Lamb. That is hard. And he has got this one all the way down to the 2-yard line.
When he continues to play at this level, Mike, it just makes this team so hard to beat. It's the combination of leading both long, sustained drives and then being able to strike in bunches. It puts so much pressure on these defenses, and with the way today's game has gone, it doesn't look like he has any plans on slowing down.
Trying to fight his way into the end zone, but they will mark him short. Down, and this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Bear to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Cowboys tack on one more to their lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so that's whistled dead, and the ball gets placed at the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. To throw is Murray. And this ball's intercepted by J.C. Horn. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
On play action, here's Dak. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. And we'll get whistles and a timeout, so they will stop the clock. Closing seconds, game decided, but timeout anyway. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired.